Donovan here. I'm going to show you how to rewick and recoil your Smoktech Aro tank with Pyrex Aro tank with Bastos wick and 32 gauge Kanthal. So we have a little piece of 32 gauge Kanthal here. What I am going to do is I am going to heat it up a little bit. I'm going to flame it. And the reason we do this is to take the springiness out of the wire. Okay, so get that side done, and we'll do the other side. Okay, we'll call that good. So that is ready to go. So this is how the Aro tank works. This is I'm using the black and stainless variety right now. Goes like that. Okay. Now I'm actually going to use this on my other one, which is right here. Here it is right here. Here's my other arrow. I'm going to take the column out because this is a factory one and I want to keep that. I'm going to set this in my stand if I can find it. I don't know where my stand went. Why is that? There it is, right in front of me. Here we go. Set that right there. Okay, so here's how this one. So these do have replaceable coils that unscrew from here and come out, right? So that's the base that belongs. You have to keep that. But this is this just works like almost like a Kanthal center post thing. You just wiggle it, and this comes out. Now I've lost the top wicks out of this one. I'm showing a friend how to clean it. And I made the mistake of taking it apart while it was dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this little pin here. I'm going to pull it out. That's the positive connection there, and we have the insulator or rubber grommet, whatever you choose to call it. We're going to take that out, and we're going to grab our little wicks. I'm going to take our wicking coil out. There's our wicking coil. Looks like they used 34 gauge on that. We're going to do this. We're going to redo this with some Bastos wick. Bastos wick. There we go. Some Bastos wick, which I acquired from Eastside Vapes in Vancouver. So we're just going to give this. We're gonna go low resistance on this one. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to go 4 wraps on that and tighten this other side in. So that's actually 5 wraps on there altogether. Okay, squeeze those in a little bit. Space our coils appropriately. Okay, and now we're just going to put this down through this column. We're going to put the long wire through first, short wire after, and we're just going to seat that in the top like so. I take the long wire, I pull it over to the side to lock it into place. I take the little rubber insulator and slide it over the positive wire. Just force that back in there. Give it a little tug. A little tug. Everything's in place. Pull that over to the side. Take the little steel pin, push it back into the center. Here we go. And it looks good. So let's trim this off. There's the nail cutters. I like these because these are getting nice and close. We can get it right in there and trim that wire off. Get right in there, trim that wire off. Now I'm just, before I clip my wicks, I'm just going to spin this onto the column. There we go. And why did that wire come up so far? Oh well. We'll see how she fires up. Let's check our resistance. 1.4 ohms, beautiful. And we want to turn the wattage down on that. I got it at 8 watts. Oops. So we're going to go 6 watts on that. Let's see how it fires up. Actually, we're going to go 7 watts on that. And there we go. Seems to be firing nicely. Yes. Yes. Okay. So we can we want to push our center column back in. Look down the center, make sure it's still firing. Yes, she's firing nicely. Now we can trim our wicks off, and I like to use the nail cutters. So we're going to cut that side off. And we're going to trim that side off. Get in there. There we go. So it looks like that. And now we're going to screw it into our pre-filled juice container with fire and ice in it. Oh, there's a wasp. And we're going to screw that into there. And we're going to see how it vapes. So what did they say that was? 1.4 ohms, 1.5 ohms we got on the Vamo. Let's hit that at 8 watts and see how that goes. That wire works pretty good. Smoktech Aro tank, rewicked with Bastos wick and 32 gauge Kanthal. Happy vaping.